So, you're new into the drone hobby and want to go into FPV drones. FPV meaning first person view. But the most important thing that you need are the goggles itself. There are many different types of FPV goggles out there in the market and you're confused as to which one to get. Keep watching and we'll dive into the different types of goggles out there and one that suits your needs. Bom day everyone! Today we're going to talk about FPV goggles, and going into FPV drones, the most important thing are the FPV goggles. So there are many different types of goggles out there in the market, and there are new additions to the FPV drone hobby, and that is the HD systems, and we have the Voxnell system, the HD0 system, as well as the DJI system. Now all these are the digital HD versions of the goggles, and then of course we have our classic analog goggles, and those are the ones that we're more familiar with. There are many different types of goggles, as I mentioned before, and we want to find one that suits your needs. So there's a couple of recommendations that I actually would give. So this whole topic about the FPV goggles started with Oisino Gorman 35, who commented in one of my videos, and he's asking for a recommendation for a set of goggles, and he wants one which is budget friendly. We're going to look into the different types of goggles there are out there, and of course I'm not going to go into the technical details of these goggles because there are really lots to digest. If you're new into the hobby, you really want to see if this is the hobby for you. Perhaps you don't want to spend that kind of money on a set of goggles, and that's going to be the one that is the priciest amongst all your gear. So the goggles can be categorized into two different types: the analog goggles, the ones that are used pretty often, and then we have the HD goggles, and those are, of course, the more popular one would be the DJI. Of course, there are the Voxnell system as well as HD0. So this particular analog goggle has been fitted with an HD0 VRX, the video receiver, and this is an HD system goggles. So both the HD0 and the Voxnell systems actually built a VRX, a video receiver, where you can actually attach to an analog goggle through an HDMI input. First, we look at the form factor of the goggles. There are a few different designs, and some of the designs may not really be useful, although it looks really cool. This is the Eachine EV100, and it is a very slim style goggles. Design wise, looks pretty cool. But the receiver, which is the one that is receiving the video, is using a dual antenna system. So this may not have a really good range. And also the screen is pretty small. And it's got two different screens, one for each eye. So it's really tiny. And if you're looking through the goggles, it's really small. Of course, then we have the Fat Shark goggles. And this is slightly bigger. And it's got a bigger field of view. And looks pretty decent, so it fits on your face really nice. So these are the kind of standard analog goggles that you see. Then there is the box goggle style. The difference between the box goggle style and the slim style is that the ones with the box goggles, this one has got the googly eyes, belongs to my buddy Sujit. So you could actually wear glasses with these goggles. Where are my glasses? You could actually wear glasses with these goggles. So you put on your glasses and wear the goggles over. So that's one of the good things about the box goggles. But it doesn't work the same with these type of goggles where you need to put an additional lens on the diopters to be able to adjust the degrees of your eye and the screen. Box goggles and slim goggles. These are the two different types of goggles that are out there. I would recommend the Eachine EV800D. Those goggles are really decent, and its price point is one of the best, like under $100. It also has a really good clear DVR, so the playback, it's really nice. There are some that are really pricey but has got really shitty DVR. I don't really want to mention the name of the company that makes those goggles. So you want to find a goggles that has really nice DVR playbacks, or you could use those DVRs for your videos. Right, so I've been talking till it's now dark. So if you have a slightly higher budget, I would recommend the Skyzone 020. That because the price point is quite reasonable, just slightly more expensive, but not crazy expensive. Also, it's got really decent DVR and it's got really nice OLED screen and really good picture quality. So that's one I would get if I had a slightly higher budget. And these are all for analog. So next, we're going to look at the HD system. So if you do feel that you're going to go into HD, then there are three choices for you to choose from, as I mentioned earlier: the Voxnail, the HD0, and of course DJI. All three goggles are priced at about $800-900 each, and it really depends on which one you want. The price point for the video transmitter for your drone, it varies from the different manufacturer. DJI has the most expensive with the O3 Air unit, as well as the Vista Nebula. The Voxnail and HD0 has got a slightly lighter VTX, and those are pretty good as well. Of course, if you're into racing, I would say stick to analog and HD0, as that has got the lowest latency and the lowest amount of video interference. Now, I didn't mention any other brands out there because mainly it's because of the price point. So these are the stuff that you really want to consider and really look into. Of course, I would really suggest that you take your time when purchasing these goggles and really look around, or you're purchasing your radio or your quads. You don't want to buy something and end up not liking it, or you feel that it's just not for you. Then that would be a real waste. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you do like the content and you feel that the content is really helpful, please do give a like and subscribe to this channel. That's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching and see you guys again soon. Ciao.